What's up everyone, and today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Hazy Flames. Now Hazy Flames is a bit of an interesting deck, that focuses on tribute summoning and sacrificing to bring out a monster. Basically all of them are like level 6. There might be like some level 5 Hazy Flames, but basically level 6. And the Hazy Flames are cool because they all have like the fact that on the field, they have a lot of protection, but getting them onto the field, that's the hard part. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First, we run the 3 Periton. Periton is like the main Hazy Flame because it's got the effect to where you can send one fire monster from your hand to the graveyard and discard, or tribute discard. It's supposed to summon 2 Hazy Flame monsters from your deck. This is definitely the card you really want. So basically, this Periton turns this card on the field to 2 cards on the field, which is very good and works really well with the Hazy Flame Hydra. Now Hydra, when it's used as material for an XYZ monster, you can attach target a Hazy Flame monster in your graveyard, attach that target to this card as material. So what you do is use the Periton, send a Hazy Flame from your hand to the graveyard, and obviously this card itself, summon 2 Hydra, you overlay the Hydra, and each Hydra will attach another card to what your XYZ summoning. So let's say Solda essentially becomes a Solda with 4 materials. So Periton and Hydra are the ones you want to use most. We also got Sphinx. Sphinx has a cool effect to where you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, or you declare 1 card, and then you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and if it's the same as what you declared, like let's say you declared a spell and you middle a spell, then you can spell summon 1 fire monster from your hand or graveyard. So this is another way to summon monsters, more specifically Hazy Flame monsters. Also run 3 copies of the Hazy Flame Cerberus. Cerberus, when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add a Hazy card from your deck to your hand. Which is definitely really good because it gives you access to the Hazy Pillar, which is a card you definitely want to have access to early on. So the one downside is you kind of need Pillar in order to get into Cerberus, not kind of the other way around. But Cerberus does come up occasionally. Also run 1 Hazy Flame Griffin. If you want to build like more of a going second version of this, which I guess that could work too, but going second is already an uphill battle. Plus you can make stuff that's like Solda going first. The Hazy Flame Griffin, if your opponent controls a monster, and all monsters, if any, on your side of the field and in your graveyard are fire, and only fire, you can spell summon this card from your hand. Now for playing Pure, I'd probably play 3 of this, but we're not playing Pure, so I can't really run 3 of this because it does conflict with the other cards. Play 3 Cashier Fenrir, and next we play a bunch of danger, like the 3 Nessie, 1 Tsuchinoko, 1 Jackalope, the 3 Mothman, 2 Chupacabra, and 1 Bigfoot. The reason as to why we're playing the dangers is considering all the Hazy Flames are level 6, you can't really normal summon. While one of them can be normal summoned without tributing, most of them can't, especially Periton, which is the main one you want. So by having a danger, you can get a danger on the field, and then you contribute it for a Hazy Flame. So it's a way to kind of get the Hazy Flames to your field much quicker. Obviously, we have other ways outside of dangers that can also do that, but without the dangers, if we don't have something like the Hazy Pillar, then there's not really much we can do, because if we can't summon the Hazy Flames, then our deck is pretty much dead in the water. And of course, if we do pretty good on the dangers, then we might have an extra link monster or something else we can sort of do with that. Moving on to the spells, we run 3 Hazy Pillar. Hazy Pillar, you can also summon Hazy Flame monsters for 1 less tribute, and once per turn, you can turn 1 face of XYZ monster control. Attach 1 Hazy Flame monster from your hand or your side of the field to the XYZ monster as material. This is sort of like the main card you always want to have in your hand, because basically this is what the dangers do, basically allowing you to normal summon your Hazy Flames much easier. Also run 3 copies of Mausoleum of the Emperor. Mausoleum is kind of like the same thing as Hazy Pillar, except it reduces the level of monsters in your hand. Well, not really reduces the level in hand, but if you're going to tribute summon, you can pay like 1,000-2,000 to lower the level, and you can just normal summon from your hand, and then you don't have to tribute summon. And of course, also run 1 Terraforming to search out the Mausoleum. Next, I run 3 Cloud Desires. You run a lot of 3s in this deck, at least as far as the important ones, so being able to get access to the cards you want to see sooner is definitely really good. And lastly, I run 3 Double Summon. which is definitely really good in this deck because let's say we don't see Periton. That means we gotta rely on other Hazy Flames to kind of do it. So let's say the only Hazy Flames we have in our hand are these two, and we got one Hazy Pillar. Normally, we can just summon one, but with double summon, now we have two, and we can make like a rank 6. So double summon is like the backup option if we don't have the Periton always to make really anything great. Moving on to the extra deck, we run 3 Evolzar Solda. Solda is the main extra deck monster. There is also a Hazy Flame XYZ monster, the Balstress, but it's really not that great, so I don't even run it. But Solda is really cool because on once per turn, when your opponent special summons a monster, you can detach material from this card to destroy that monster. And that's not once per turn, and with Periton, you can get 4 materials on this Solda. So this Solda has like 4 copies of Solemn Judgment, which is really good. Also run the 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7, the 1 Red Eyes Flame Bell Dragon, and 3 copies of Zeus. Now for the Link monsters, we run an IP Masquerena, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Unicorn for the IP Nightmare package, as well as blockers since we do run the Hazy Pillar and the Mausoleum, so if they get destroyed then that's easy access for that, as well as an access code and an Underworld Goddess of the Closed Worlds. That's it for my Hazy Flame deck. Now, what do you think of Hazy Flames? Think it's a pretty cool deck? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.